So President Trump, at about 12:35 in the morning this morning, posted on Truth Social, the pardons, quote unquote, that sleepy Joe Biden gave to the unselect committee of political thugs and many others are hereby declared void, vacant, and of no further force or effect because of the fact that they were done by Autopen. In other words, Joe Biden didn't sign them, but more importantly, he didn't know anything about them. The necessary pardoning documents were not explained to or approved by Biden. He knew nothing about them, and the people that did may have committed a crime. Therefore, those on the unselect committee who destroyed and deleted all evidence obtained during their 2-year witch hunt of me and many other innocent people should fully understand that they are subject to investigation at the highest level. The fact is, they were probably responsible for the documents that were signed on their behalf without the knowledge or consent of the worst president in the history of our country, crooked Joe Biden. How do you like that? Trump said he's voiding all of the last-minute pardons. Wow. Now, remember, Biden preemptively pardoned all 9 members of the January 6th committee, including 2 leaders, Benny Thompson and Liz Cheney. And on the last day of his presidency, Biden issued a string of 11th-hour pardons, including preemptive pardons to the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Mark Milley, and Tony Fauci. What do you think of Trump's dictate, his declaration, his statement that those pardons are now declared void, vacant, and of no further force or effect? Can he do that? I don't know. At this point, I have no idea. Maybe you do. 800-655-MIKE. Give me your take on this and tell me whether or not you think that's even possible. You know, Adam Kinzinger was one of only 2 Republicans handpicked by Nancy Pelosi to be on the January 6th Select Committee. Trump always calls it the Unselect Committee. And Joe Biden gave a preemptive pardon to all of the January 6th committee members. And Trump is now declaring that those pardons are null and void because they weren't even signed by Biden. They used an Autopen. So Adam Kinzinger, who retired from his congressional seat, young guy, but he didn't want to deal with it anymore, but he is not backing down from public life, and he's posting stuff all the time, over and over again, attacking Trump. And here's his response to Trump's belief that the Autopen pardons are now void, vacant, and of no further force or effect. Now, keep this in mind. My mantra, I want to listen to what other people are saying who disagree with me. I want to tamp down the temperature a little bit. I want to be able to reach across the aisle. But how do you reason with a guy like this?
So I just saw that Trump is like threatening the January 6th committee again. Listen, this dude knows, he knows that this is like the thing that embarrasses him. He won't admit it embarrasses him because he's trying to like pretend like he didn't do anything. He's obsessed. He's more obsessed with like me and Liz Cheney than his freaking golf score. Hey, Trump, bring it on, dude. You weak, whiny, tiny man who, by the way, I saw a picture of you this weekend. You're hiking up your pants now to really just below your man boobs, and you're sweating so much. Like, looking pretty bad there. But bring it, man. Like, stop with all the big mouth talking stuff. You're a grown man. You don't talk like one, but you're a grown man. Come on, dude. Bring it.
I mean, I don't even know what to say to that other than it may not be a good idea to taunt President Trump and his Justice Department if you're in the position that Adam Kinzinger is in. Maybe not a smart thing to do. I don't know. I just wonder what causes a Republican ex-congressman to talk like that. Give me your reaction, 800-655-MIKE. I mean, I get it. You hate Trump. Okay. And then you put yourself out there, and you're somebody who was, again, handpicked for a very, very dubious committee. Very dubious. Why not the Jim Jordans on that committee? Why not the sharp-elbowed Trump-supporting Republicans? Well, it's easy. The Democrats didn't want anybody like that. They wanted the people that despise that despise Donald Trump. People like Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger. And look how it worked out for both of them. They're both out of Congress now. Their careers are ended. And I'm sure they'll have plenty to do. I know there's an appetite for that kind of rhetoric. But my gosh, that's pretty brutal. And again, I mean, am I stupid for saying I'd love to sit down with that guy and say, what happened to you? Why are you so broken by this guy? You disagree with him. Okay, you're a Republican. What happened? Justin's in Colorado. Justin, you're on the Mike Gallagher Show. Hello. Did you hear those comments from Adam Kinzinger? Justin, you there?
I did.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, I heard them. I think he feels free to say that because of the pardon. However, if Trump is able to vacate those pardons, he'll probably shut up.
That's what I mean. I mean that just a unsolicited advice. That if that pardon that Biden gave you, which is so bizarre, after Biden promised he'd never pardon his son, and then the last day of his presidency he did, is that okay with Democrats? And then a preemptive pardon for the January 6th select. Why? And if the courts eventually, if it gets up to the Supreme Court and it's determined that that Trump is right, that the Autopen pardons are void, vacant, and of no further force or effect, why would you taunt Trump and Pam Bondi? Why would you taunt the Justice Department? That could be a big mistake. Maybe not. Look, maybe you see him as a truth teller and he's strong and he's standing tall for what he believes in, but it may not turn out the way he wants it to turn out. And maybe you think twice. But again, that's what the other caller said. Blind hatred, blind rage. My friend Mark Davis puts it best. Says it all the time. Trump derangement syndrome causes nice people to turn mean and causes smart people to be dumb. I think he's a good example of that. Thanks for joining us on this St. Paddy's Day. We'll do it again tomorrow. Have a great day. Be safe. Keep fighting the good fight. I'm Mike Gallagher. God bless America.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.